Good day, friends. My name is Bobby Phillips, and I'm based here in Sydney. Today is a beautiful day here in Sydney, and I really enjoyed the day. It's Friday, and perfect day to go outside. The whole day it was beautiful. I went for walks and all those things. So I am quite happy about the outcome of whatever happened today. All right. On that note, begin. Let's figure out what the story today needs to be. All right. So today I'm going to talk about this gentleman who went in front of Buddha, and Buddha did not forgive him. All right. So the story goes like this. There's this guy who has a lot of kids, and he's a businessman. All right. So naturally, as any businessman would want their kids to be involved in the business, but every time he looks around for his kids, his son, two or three of his kids, they are always in front of Buddha. Okay. And all the whole time, what does Buddha do? Buddha closes his eyes and sits out there in a very meditative state. And these boys go and sit in front of Buddha, all right, watching him with his where Buddha is having his closed eyes. So the businessman walks up to the ashram and looks at the scenario, and there are a lot of his disciples sitting out there, and his kids are also sitting in front of Buddha and watching him in a very meditative state. So the father is really, really mad. He's angry and he wants to teach Buddha a lesson. So he goes out there he decides, like, I'm going to smash this Buddha character out there. And he goes out there, and in front of Buddha, he's watching him. And because Buddha has his eyes closed and he's in a very meditative state, he the father cannot utter anything from his mouth. So he's holding it inside. He's trembling. He can feel the anger building at him. He points his finger, but the words are not slipping out. So what does the father do is, like, in his anger, what he does is he spits on Buddha's face. Okay, Buddha is sitting out there, and just imagine someone spitting on your face. What would you do? Buddha opens his eyes, looks at this person, and all his disciples are like raring to go at him, like how come he is insulted our master, right? So they are getting ready, but Buddha opens his eyes, and with a smile he looks at him. Okay, because Buddha did that, none of his disciples are getting up, because their master, on whom the person spat in anger, did not do anything. He just looked at him, smiled, and wiped the spit out of his face. This guy drags his kids and walks home, because he can't do anything, because he's looking at Buddha and he's not reacting. He stares into his eyes, but there is absolutely nothing. And out of frustration, with anger, he goes back home. Alright, so this father is reaching home, and he is trying to figure out, like, what exactly happened, because I insulted this guy and he's not responded back. So he's thinking about it. He goes to bed in the night and he can't sleep. He's trying to figure out why this different reaction from Buddha, right? Why this differentiation? He can't sleep. And finally, early in the morning, he comes running to Buddha in his ashram. He falls on Buddha's feet and asks for forgiveness. Master, please forgive me, for in my anger I did something to you. Buddha opens his eyes and tells him, I won't forgive you. Okay, I don't want to forgive you. And his disciples are stunned by this, because Buddha is a compassionate gentleman. He is always receptive to things, and he forgives, and he's very compassionate. He goes on. So his disciples are figuring out why he would not forgive, and this guy is on his feet at the feet of Buddha and asking for forgiveness. Master, please forgive me. I know that I have done something, a sin, as well as something wrong. And Buddha looks at him and says, no, I can't forgive you. The reason why I can't forgive you is because the person who spat at me yesterday was someone else. Today I see a person out there who is here and who is very kind-hearted, who is so beautiful from the soul, that I don't see that guy who was there yesterday. So how can I forgive you? So I can't forgive you, because you have not done anything to me. So, ladies and gentlemen, the moral of the story here is, in our life, there are a lot of people who does atrocities in our life. And when they come over and tells you that please forgive me, I'm so sorry, what do we normally say is like, okay, I forgive you, because the thing is like, you did this one when you did not understand certain things. We try to tell them that you are forgiven, but the story here is the goodness of this particular story is that if we try to forgive someone who has done a mistake yesterday and he comes over and tells you that I'm sorry, and if you tell them that okay, I forgive you, that means you are still reminding something, you are reminded in your mind about something that has happened yesterday, and you are associating that mistake of his or her yesterday and bringing it forward and saying I am forgiving you. But the person who's standing in front of you has already forgiven themselves, right? They are a new person. So when we say I forgive you, you are reminding that person again that the person did a mistake. You understand where I'm coming from? So Buddha taught his people that if the person has already, what is the most important forgiveness? A person who is guilt, feels the guilt of doing something wrong and forgives himself and repents for that itself is the forgiveness. You don't have to remind them that I forgive you or like talk about that matter. Just move on. Accept that person who has forgiven himself or herself because of the guilt that is generated, and it's standing out there in front of you in meekness and in front of you as if like they are feeling sorry. That itself is the most important forgiveness. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, it was an amazing story. I hope that you understand and you get the gist of it. So go out there, like I know that we all are going through a lot of issues in our life. There are a lot of people who stab you from the back. But if they repent and if they feel the guilt and if they're feeling ashamed by themselves, why remind them about talking about that matter? Just move on, embrace it, as long as they have forgiven themselves, because that's what the most important forgiveness in this world is. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bobby Phillips and I am here based in Sydney. If you have any questions, any motivational thing, and by the way, I do laughter sessions with people who are in requirement of like, whether it is like disability sector, whether it is old age home, contact me on 0401 726 817. I have packages ready for you. If you have employees, if you have clients who wants to be brought up in their like giving a laughter medication or a motivational address, contact me. My name is Bobby Phillips. I'm based here in Sydney. I'll be always there to help you out. All right, lots of love coming from my side to you. Stay safe, have a nice weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow once again. Bye.